Hello, Periscopers. Who's out there? Who's out there tonight? Who's out there taking a drive with me talking about love? I see we got one person joined up. Who else wants to talk about love tonight? Sorry I'm in the dark driving. I just got inspired to come on Periscope and talk about love. You know, I'm excited. I'm excited about love. But before I get into it, I'm going to wait to see who else comes on, who else wants to join this conversation, who else is in love, who else is happy they're in love, who else is looking for love. I'm sure that there's a lot of talk we can have about love. But I'm pretty pumped to talk about being in love and the difference of being in love as a straight person and being in love as a gay person. I believe that love is love. No matter who you are, no matter what your sexual orientation, when you're in love, I mean, you know what I'm talking about. Love is one of those feelings that I don't care how poetic you are. I don't care how much of a writer you are. I don't care if you've written movies. When it comes to love, it is one of those feelings that you cannot quite put into words. You can't put it into words. It's amazing. And it makes you feel almost like it breathes for you. When you're in love, it's like that love is breathing for you. It's keeping you alive. It's keeping you pumped up. And that is a feeling that I don't think anybody has quite been able to define. And that's what makes love special. We try to minimalize love. We try to make it small when we're not in love. When people aren't in love, they say things like, oh, love's not that big of a deal. Anybody can be in love. And they're just hating. There is toxic love when a person can give you what you believe is that feeling, but you're just reaching out for anything because the person who you are getting that feeling from or who you are wanting that feeling from doesn't really reciprocate what you're willing to give for that feeling. And there are, in those relationships can be very hurtful and painful and toxic and roller coaster and physically just wrong. But it's that feeling that makes you stay there. And I believe that people who are in love in a toxic way, they know it's wrong. They know it's not right. They know it's not good for them. But that's that addictive type of love. They stay there anyway because they get one little small thing from it. One little small thing from it. And for those people, for those type of love, I tell people, run the other way. Get away from that. Because that, no, bad, toxic, can't be good for you, and it will eventually suck out of you all of the goodness of what love should be, and leave you with these feelings of withdrawal and negativity. That's not the type of love you want. You want the type of love that builds up your inner spirit so that you're busting at the seams with joy. That's the type of love I'm talking about. I'm not an expert on love. Really, this car is just going to roll up on me and shine in my window. But hey, I'm not going to get mad at him. I'm not going to get mad at him. See, that's what it is when you're in love, right? Crazy, like, shit happens to you and you're just like, whatever. Whatever. Because your insides are so joyous and so bubbly, and that little things like that jerk behind me don't matter. And he's going anyway, or she's going, whoever they were. And I know about toxic love, so I can give you a comparison. I was in a toxic relationship that went back and forth and back and forth. Hold on. Someone is coming up on me real quick, and that's probably because my light's on, so bear with me. Could be the popo. Certainly don't want to get arrested during my Periscope experience. Okay, it's not the case, so let me turn my light back on. So, yeah, I was in a toxic relationship for a long time, and I thought that I was, in love, or I loved this person so much that I couldn't see my way past that toxicity. And I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one who's ever felt like that. But when I started to break down the relationship and what they were bringing to the relationship and what I was bringing, and ultimately what I wanted, it was easy to leave. It was easy to leave. Because I realized that what love looked like for me, and that feeling that it should have been creating inside on a regular basis, it wasn't. It was more like these temporary spurts of high, and over time they became shorter and shorter spurts. And now that I'm in a healthy, positive, mutually giving relationship, in comparison, I think to myself, as we often do in hindsight, why did I wait so long? Why did I sacrifice? Why did I settle for that bullshit when I could have been here a long time ago? Because let me tell you this. This is one thing that I've learned beyond a shadow of a doubt in my 50 years. And that is that oftentimes, while you're stuck in those negative relationships, those toxic relationships that you're meant to be with, it's often on the fringes, watching and waiting for you to get your shit together. Often enough, people will tell you that. People will give an account of how they got together, and they'll tell you that, this person was there all along. Just waiting for me to get myself together. And when I finally did, they came around. And that's how it goes. A lot of times, I bet you all will tell me the same thing. That the love of your life was right there all along on the fringes. And that you met them and you finally let go of that negative, toxic stuff. And you finally start appreciating your worth. And that type of love is priceless. It's priceless. That's the type of love I wish for myself. That's the type of love I wish for you all. And if you're not getting it, and you're in a toxic relationship right now, let it go. Let it go. And trust me, you'll be on your way. You'll be on your way to finding that love that breaks open your heart vessels and just bursts through with joy. On that note, I'm going to say peace, as I always do. Remember to live, people. Don't just exist in this world. Remember to live. Have a great night.